Morning all, and welcome back for what will be our level 13 episode of A Shift in Time. You find Full sitting here, taking in the sunshine on the edge of this rather imposing looking, I think it's called the Vulcor Spiral. Quite the drop down there for those who are not so good with heights. I have taken the liberty of equipping an item that we should have equipped last level 12. Very nice. These they come from the planar ice chain in the Lord's March Plaza. There's one for every type of caster you could want. Obviously we're into fire at the moment, so we've got the fire one. We've got our firepower, insightful firepower, evocation, focus, and fire crit chance. So absolutely perfect for our needs. There's even a 4 bonus to universal spell power on this particular one, so that's nice to have too. We can see that because of our season, our summer season is boosting fire, positive, force and light, oh hello, spell power and crit. So just go away. Can't get any peace nowadays, can we? So yeah, the summer season is boosting perfectly all the spells that we're dealing with at the moment. Our heals, our sunburst, and the 2 big fire spells, of which this is our newest acquisition, the Firestorm. This is the big deal that you get when you reach level 13, or that you should get if you are in fire form. And this is the big reason why I would strongly recommend, because at 13 you get your first choice of elemental form, fire or water. Now we don't have too much on the cold side at the moment, so it's very beneficial to go into fire side. As you can see there by the description, the 3 bonus to caster level and max caster level for fire spells. Water spells have a penalty, but we're not interested in that, nor particularly bothered about it, are we? There are other benefits as well, like not needing to breathe under water and all this kind of stuff. But we can see, I've hovered over these in the past. This was sort of, I think this was 17, now we're 20, caster level 20, max 22. So it's getting into some really heady territory, this, between what's happening in the Season's Herald cores, because you're getting bonuses to caster level and then max caster level, and then here at the top we've got another caster level and max caster level. I think as we go, yeah, the capstone as well gives bonuses to both. So it's now with the elemental form as well, the same for the Firestorm. Look at that, caster level 20. So these things are hitting hard and just making a real mess. And if you're in the low Reapers, one click on that should delete a whole pack, and yes, it is very satisfying. Other spells, I think I was just preparing for later on. I picked up Greater Vigor Mass, which will be on our bar at the cap. Don't plan to use it too much for now, because the spell point cost is fairly high. Core Lightning I picked up, put all the metas on that. It'll be 1 cast. It should be best used towards the end of a quest, perhaps against a boss or something you don't expect to down very quickly for a bit of bonus damage. But we're going to give that a go. I'm ashamed to say that because the Firestorm has been so impactful, I haven't bothered really with much of anything else. But there have been 1 or 2 other useful acquisitions. Fire Shield is nice to have as a spell. We did have scrolls, but messing about with scrolls, not really my thing if I can avoid it, because I invariably forget to re-equip my weapons and end up with a scroll in my hand and everything just goes a bit blur. Dispel Magic, situationally useful. I think that's about it for the new additions. But the big one, of course, is the Firestorm. Now I was wrong about the making things vulnerable. To make things vulnerable as a druid to your element, you need to have the level 9 spells, which I think will come along at well, at the back end of the heroic anyway. The fire one is called Anger of the Noonday Sun, and we would need to have that going in order to hit something with fire and then have it damageable by the follow-up fire spell if it was immune or resistant to fire. So at the moment we're simply still learning what is immune to fire, and we can add to the list Flame Skulls, an obvious one from Ravenloft, and also Howlers, which I didn't know about from Ravenloft. They're completely immune to fire, so the Firestorm did nothing to them, but the Flame Strike actually did. That was one situation where the fact that half of the damage not being fire really helped us out, and for the rest of it we used the Sunburst against them, so they were potentially a nasty target. Right, I don't think there's anything else to mention. I've just been building up in the tier 5s here, so we've taken all the elemental mastery, just extra spell power in our season, so again helping fire, force, positive, light, so very good for us. I thought we could I'm not going to run the Chains of Flame this time, don't worry, at least not on the recording. I thought we could have a go at Offer of Blood here, Wizking, and perhaps a quick run through the Mines quest as well.
Your dangerous climb ends high above a large chamber, the site of many ritual sacrifices to Volkur.
Now there are quite a few in here that can remove your buffs, and for those of you not familiar with this quest, you do need to get on with it. Don't
Golden vessel atop the altar
don't dally. Once you've picked up the vessel at the start, just go, because the things do respawn and you can end up with an absolute pile of stuff.
Careful not to spill any of the contents. Cries of alarm sound out from the upper reaches.
Hopefully we won't suffer too much with the lag this time. Oh, that looked like a little bit of lag. Yeah. So keep moving. Try to make a big pack if we can. Maybe here, and then we're going to send the Firestorm down. Oh, there's only 2. Okay. I can see you. I didn't hit you though, did I? Maybe I should try the Call Lightning. I will. So as we go along now, if you haven't seen this spell, we're just going to get lightning strikes every sort of 3 or 4 seconds, if there is an opponent to hit, of course. It should be quite good in a quest like this, where we're wanting to push on and still get damage on the targets. Maybe not having to pay attention directly to the targets. Yeah, like there he just took the extra damage. I should have perhaps made use of that sooner. Let's refresh it. We've got the spell points to do it. It's going to allow us to keep running. There you saw the crazy AoE. The two were quite far apart there. and the Firestorm just mopped them up effortlessly. Again, lightning, smash. So it's doing a pretty decent hit, that thing. Spell points, people, spell points. Now one thing, when you're soloing this, you can't really... I don't think you can really stop and use the shrine, because that's off to one side, isn't it? And when you've got stuff all over you like this... So I've been a little bit silly in overusing some of the big attacks when it really wasn't necessary. Should have made more use of that SLA, Sunburst. 4 spell points to cast, really nice. And just leave those behind if they're going to stay behind. Let's do the lightning again. That does cost a lot, but it's worth it, I think.
A palpable aura surrounds the lone brow.
Do everything in there.
The way is made clear. The dank and gloom of the spiral gives way to fresh air and sunlight.
I think the thing with the Firestorm is you can kill 20 as quick as you can kill 1. And if there's a Reaper in the middle of there, for now at least, you know, it just dies along with everything else. So there is an argument for saying you could get through most quests with just that key now. Let's not forget to summon Mikhail at the start of the Wizking. I'm not going to do the walk-ups this time around. But I will consider doing Chains of Flame. He's going to be at the cap a long time, so that would... Doing the Chains of Flame and the raid would allow him to do the... to be flagged for the raid, the epic raid, and to farm very easily those greater tokens of the 12, which can be situationally quite nice to have.
This impressive structure houses the tomb of the Wizard King.
Did I completely forget to do the rage last time? I'm pretty sure I did. Shame on me. Okay, let's try and show you the ridiculous AoE of this thing. Look at that, it hit just about everything. It didn't kill everything, but it hit everything. That is insane. Now what's the Stone Guard? He's vulnerable to electric, isn't he? I think I remember. Now there is a shrine, oh, there are 2 shrines actually at the bottom here, aren't there? So for sure we, oh, that was terrible. For sure we can recharge the mana if we don't get the right tower straight away.
The Wizard King awaits.
I always like to go for this one first, this one here, because that doesn't have any collapsing floors. Now are these vulnerable to fire? Oh, they are. They just take reduced damage from it. Okay. Wow. Yes, I should have remembered mummies and fire. That's good. Better than good, but let's keep an eye on the spell point and not do any silly overkills. These undead should be very vulnerable to the sunburst, so let's make use of that, eh? We could end up with a big group here to... oh, they're not moving again. It's another one of these situations with the lag or whatever is going on here at the moment. Or perhaps they've sussed out my tactics and they just don't want to make a big group. That was pretty rubbish, but we'll take it. Had one or two spells not triggering for whatever reason there. Yeah, there is quite a bit of lag here. I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll go invisible through here. The thing with these collapsing floors, if you stick to this, can you see this section here on the left hand side of these rooms? You can't fall when the floor drops away then. So all we're going to do here, once we've disposed of this lot... oh, they're immune to fire, okay. Salt method, immune to fire. Let's try you with the light. Good stuff. So read the thing here, it's the wrong one. Of course I forgot to summon Mikhail, so I'm going to have to walk back to the start. I think collecting these tokens is always a good idea. There can be some tasty wilderness items you can pick up from the trader in the public area of the sands. By collecting those, some really nice items you can get. For example, any melees out there, there's the falchion, isn't there? Zoom, which one of you recommended to me, which is really strong. And coincidentally is fire themed too. Now is that where we... right, let's go back and rectify my mistake and summon Mikhail in here. Okay, you stay there, and if it's the wrong one again, he can just come and DDO us out of there. Mana, I think is it okay? I think so. To bear in mind, we have 5 spells we can use when we're running on fumes. Very low cost spell-like abilities. So if the worst comes to the worst, we can be a lot more survivable than a standard caster might be. Now we've got 1 use left of our wings to get us away from a potentially collapsing floor there. Mummies be gone. Nope. Oh. working with the economy mode for these. We have a sneaky chest, yeah, I think so. There are still night revel keys to be found in the chest, just no champions anymore at the moment to be able to pick the keys up. I'm not quite sure why they've suspended the champions, but I'm sure there is a reason somewhere behind it. Okay. Now the Wizking himself is only vulnerable, I think, to higher level spells. I think level 4 and below won't hurt him. So that lightning, possibly, if he's vulnerable to it, he must be vulnerable to fire. So Firestorm would, but the Flame Strike no. The Sunburst will. I'm guessing our only SLA that would hurt him would be the Word of Balance, but I don't know what alignment he is. I'm guessing some sort of evil, so one would think that at least that it would hit him for half damage. Right, normally if I had a DDO on the character itself, I would just check the thing straight away and DDO out, but because we've got to get Mikhail in here, I had to dispose of the things first. So Ryum is waiting for us at the top of this tower, so we're going to proceed to eat this trap. And then let's get going. Let's make sure we have our still a healthy number of misses coming in. That's always appreciated. Mana is looking okay. Trying to stick to the spell-like abilities just to save some mana. Also against single targets, let's be fair, they're our best option. It's pointless casting a Firestorm on 1 or 2 targets. I could be tempted to go and collect that, but I know the floor could collapse on me and I don't want to fall, so I'm not going to. Mikhail can go now, can't he? Can I not dismiss him? Oh, I think he's bugged out. Oh, that's not good. Okay. So, fire opponent. Note, fire opponent. Use lightning. Okay. So for the Wizking, let's put the lightning thing up to start with. I don't know whether this will do anything, but we can find out. I'm sure the fire will. Lightning is immune, okay, so that's a bugger. We can use force. Oh no, he's immune to that. Oh, we're in trouble here. We are in trouble here. The only thing I have got then for him is the very expensive Firestorm spell. Unless he is hittable by Word of Balance, which I'll just check now. Yes, okay, that's good. We've got him. So for future reference, lightning immune,
With careful
but word of
guidance,
balance
take
hits
the
him,
ancient scrolls
and
place them into your pack.
the Firestorm did. I think Mikhail will just disappear now anyway, won't he? As we go out into the wilderness.
This impressive structure houses
So where
the
is
tomb of the
the
wizard
where are the
king.
mines from here? Is it there? Okay. Don't ask me why I seem to have a soft spot for the mines quest. Maybe because it's on the way to the chains of flame, kind of. Can I not dismiss him now? No. Can I leave? No, I'm not in a public area, am I? I think he should just disappear. I'm showing my lack of experience with all things hireling here. I think he should just disappear. As long as I don't bring him to us inside this
Buried
quest, which I
underneath
won't
these
do.
mountains lie the firebrand mines.
I think we'll take resist fire. It's going to have to become second nature to trigger that rage. At the moment, I'm just not there with it.
Choking fumes, its walls black with coal dust.
That was a bit ponderous, to say the least. Could have done much better there. I think we just need 2, don't we? Okay, that's that done.
Knoll with black fur and blood-red markings.
Why did I trigger? I just don't understand myself sometimes. I think I triggered the spell power boost just to show that I'd remembered it was there. Probably, but we weren't going to face any targets there. Just madness. I think very often I forget to, that's why I don't like to have too many buttons, and why I'm a little bit wary of the Winter's Heart thing, because as great as it is, you know, if you don't press it, you don't get anything from it. And you might as well have used your 2 enhancement points to get something else. Now we'll press the button here. We've got some opponents coming. There we go. That's more like it. Might you guys have an uncut ruby down here somewhere for me? Possibly. No? So not another box? Ah, there we go. I thought there'd be. So that's done. So all we need to do now is go underneath the walkway that we're on. Yeah, the word of balance, if you're like me and you don't know what target alignments are, you'd be unlucky. I mean, you can go things like spiders and things from nature, elementals and spiders and crabs and all this kind of stuff. I think you can pretty much bank on those being neutral. But anything else, like all these in the dungeon, you'd be unlucky if something here was completely neutral, I think. I'm guessing most of them are at least 1 point away from it. So you'd be unlucky if you triggered it and you got no damage. There you go. Why do it the easy way when you can do it with four spell-like abilities instead of one easy AoE? I do like making my work harder. We still need one ingot, don't we? My little pet peeve about these ingot things is that they don't disappear at the end of the quest. So all these things that we've been picking up here can stay cluttering up your inventory until, oh, fire against a fire creature. Oh, I did them both there. That's just shameful. Fire elemental. I've just been speaking for a minute about no word of balance against it. So I first of all I cast produce flame against it, and then the word of balance. If you've ever seen anybody more inept in the game than this, then they truly have my sympathy. Having said that, we'll take a nice completion, and I will try to remember to remove said items from my inventory manually. There's other similar things that do that. The pit restart guide from this life, also the thing that you pick up at the end of the Shadow Crypt stays in your inventory, and if you do the quest several times you get several copies in your inventory. Just a minor niggle. Okay, I think that'll about do it for this one. No great levels of difficulty, obviously. Maybe I got scared off by the what happened in Ravenloft there. We got absolutely hammered, didn't we, by those Plague Reapers. But I think you've seen enough of the... You haven't even seen it to near its full extent. It can just devastate full packs of opponents. Think of something like the Dragonborn quests in the marketplace, like the newcomers, where it's literally, or the slave lords, one pack to another pack to another pack, and it's on such a short cooldown as well, 6-second cooldown. You could literally have one of those for every pack and just cause devastation. So yes, from level 13 you definitely have lift off as a fire druid. And I think it's around sort of 18 that we'll be swapping towards the cold. I promised I would stop talking, so I will. Thank you very much as always for looking, and I'll speak to you next time. Take care.